Good evening. This is Lisa Gilliam, and I would like to relay the story of Jesus and the woman at the well. In the Bible, in John chapter 4, Jesus comes upon a woman at the well. He is traveling with the Jews, his disciples, going to Galilee. To get to Galilee, they have to go through Samaria. And it said on there that he needs to go through Samaria. The reason that he needs to go through Samaria is it is the quicker way to get to Galilee. But I think the Bible is relaying a message saying that he needs to go there because he's going to save a lot of people there. He has a work that needs to be done. When Jesus goes into Samaria, his disciples go on into the town, but Jesus stops at a well. You know, Jesus is poor. Jesus, he walks, he doesn't ride a horse. And I'm sure that he is exhausted. In his fleshly body, he is just as we are. So he sits down at the well, and it is the sixth hour, which the Jewish time, the sixth hour, is noon. As we all know, noon is one of the hottest parts of the day. He sits down at the well, and he watches while a woman comes up. This woman is poor. You know, in Jesus' mind, he knows. He knows more than all of us do. He knew what time to be at the well. And it makes you wonder, why was this lady at the well at 12 o'clock? It was the hottest part of the day. She didn't have a servant to get the water for her, which means that she was poor. So he begins a conversation with this woman. He asks her about the water, and she looks at him. Why are you talking to me? Why is a Jew talking to a Samaritan? What a lot of people don't understand is the Samaritans are a race that were created. The Assyrians had the Jews in captivity. When God led the Jews out of captivity, some of the Jews decided to stay and not leave. They were the poorer Jews. They ended up and they married into the Assyrians, making what you would say a mixed race. So this mixed race of people was abhorred by the Jews. They wanted nothing to do with them. So this lady was asking Jesus, why are you talking to me? Why are you taking time out of your day to talk to me? He made a conversation down the level that she could understand because he was asking her about the water. She looked at him, you don't have anything to draw the water with. You know, he knew how to relate to her. The waters that he was talking about was the living waters, salvation, Jesus. The waters that she was talking about was the water in the well, the still water. He also knew that this lady was, so to say, promiscuous. After she agreed and understood what Jesus was telling her, she said she wanted to go into town. He told her to go get her husband. She looked at him and she said, I don't have a husband. But she lived with a man. She had been married 4 times before. Therefore, the reason Jesus came at this time of the day, he knew that she would be there because she would be there when the less people was there. Apparently, if she had had that many husbands living with a man now, she was not very well liked by the ladies of Samaria. So she came when the least people was there. And Jesus also knew that when he came to see her, and he could send her back into Samaria to tell about Jesus, she knew the most men of Samaria. Therefore, this lady could reach more people of Samaria, the men, and bring them back to Jesus, therefore getting more people saved. See, Jesus always knows. When it looks to us, his disciples were not very, very happy about him stopping in Samaria. And like I said, he stopped at the hottest part of the day. They couldn't understand. And it's hard sometimes for us to understand as well. But if we have our faith in Jesus, he can do anything for us. He is so good to us. And I hope that if there's anybody out there that is listening to me that don't know Jesus, I pray that one day you will. I pray for God to soften your heart. I pray for him to put you under conviction, because there is no greater joy than knowing the Lord Jesus Christ. I hope you have enjoyed my story. I hope I have done it to where you can understand it. And I hope you guys have a good night. Good evening.